Sorry guys, I got a call during that time. That kind of stopped the video. So where was I? Oh yes. So I was here and I was thinking through my process. And I said that, okay, there's 2, 4. So there's 2, 4, 5, 6. So 6W and the perimeter equals 60. So all of these added up equals 60. So what I have to do is I have to divide both by 6 to find out the width, right? Because I have to do length times width to find the area. The width is 10. So now I can actually almost redraw this and say that this is 10 and this is 20, right? Because if this is 10, this is 2 times 10. And now it's simple math. 20 times 10 equals 200 units squared. Let's say centimeters squared, okay, in this case. Okay, so what we'd have to do is we had to say that it was giving us the perimeter. And a lot of you stopped here. So what we needed to do was actually figure out what the width was in order to plug it into the later one, okay? Next one, the Nile River. The Nile is 6,690 kilometers long. This is 1,000 kilometers longer than the Yangtze River, right? So the Yangtze is minus 1,160. So how long is the river? So you're going to be looking at, you know that the Nile is going to be your total, right? So you're going to work backwards. You're going to say, okay, 6,690 is the total for the Nile. The Yangtze is a certain number plus 160 will equal the Nile, right? So the Yangtze plus 160 equals the Nile. So you could just say this, 6,690 minus 1160 equals the Yangtze River. So X equals, and a lot of you got this one correct right away. I saw a lot of people doing this, X equals the Nile already minus the difference, and that's also okay because you did the exact same steps, you just skipped a step. Okay, so that was question number 3. Let's move on to question number 4. I hope I'm not going too fast. Again, you can rewind and just watch the solution out. So a waiter earns $128 for 6 hours. This total included $86 in tips. How much does the waiter earn per hour? So what changes? Well, the tips are going to stay the same, right? Because he's earning the $86 on tips. We know that he made $128 in total, and we know that he made $86 in tips. He worked for 6 hours. So the amount of hours that he worked is going to be the variable. So we're going to say 6 plus, right? We're going to figure out how much did he make per hour. So the per hour is what we're trying to figure out. That's why it's the variable, right? We don't care about the tips. We know that he made this many tips. That stays the same. That's our constant. We know he made this much money in the 6 hours. How much did he make per hour? So we're gonna break that down by this, okay? So 6x equals 128 minus 86. 6x equals, I should have done the math quickly. 86 to 0, 12, it's 4. 6x equals 42. We divide both by 6, and we get, he made $7 an hour. Okay, so again, this X represented the hourly pay. We knew that he worked 6 hours, that's why there's a 6 there in front of it, but how much was the hourly pay? That's what we had to figure out. Okay, so that's question number 4. For the most part, everybody did a really, really good job of coming to the questions. I think where the work is going to be is reading a question and figuring out how to write that algebraic equation. And I have, if you are interested in some extra workbooks or worksheets, I have a bunch of that as well. So this is the question that most people got incorrect or only partially correct. So you had 3 sisters, each purchased 2 dresses and a purse. So each sister, so you have 3 sisters, each one is buying 2 dresses, and 1 purse. The purse cost $26. If the grand total, so the purse cost 26 bucks. The grand total was $205.50. How much did each dress cost? Okay, so here's the thing. Let's write out what we knew already. $205.50, we knew. And we knew that whatever it was going to be is 26. We also know that the dresses is going to be our variable. So we're going to do 2P. And this is what a lot of people did. And you came out with something like $89 for the dress or something like that. But what you forgot was that there's 3 sisters who are all buying this. So this actually becomes a distributive property because you're going to be multiplying the 2 purses and the 2 dresses and the purse by 3 because each sister is getting 1 of these. So it's going to be 1 of these plus 1 of these plus 1 of these, or repetitive addition equals multiplication. So out of this, we're going to get 6P plus, let me just do the math quickly, 678 plus 78 equals 205.50, right? So there are 6 dresses being bought. Oh, I should have remade why did I do P, 2D? There's 6 dresses being bought, and 3 purses at $26 is gonna give me this much, okay? So now I'm gonna isolate the variable. I'm gonna isolate for those dresses, so 205.50 minus 78. And I'm just going to do the math quickly here. 50, 1, 9, what is this? 7, 2. So 6D equals 127.50. And then we figure out, we divide this by 6 and divide this by 6. And each dress is going to cost us $21.25. Okay? This one was like a thinking question, right? Because you had to know the distributive property of this was going to be as such. Okay, so really take your time and think about this because this is a grade 9 question. So this one is easily something that you'll see next year. Okay, let's do another one, the next one, which was Emma's sister. So Emma's sister is 9 years, and so this one we've kind of done before. We know that Emma's sister is 9 years older than Emma, right? Their combined ages equals 49. So their combined age is 49. So we know that's the total. So we're going to write that down as 49. So we know that there's going to be Emma plus Emma plus 9, okay? And I could put these into brackets. This represents Emma, and this represents Emma's sister, right? And so now, step 1, combine like terms. So now I have 2E plus 9 equals 49. And then I'm going to write 2E equals 49 minus 9. 2E equals 40. I'm going to divide both by 2. And I'm going to get E equals 20. And this is where some people stopped. Okay? They said 20. Emma is 20. So I have to go back to Emma's sister. Emma's sister is Emma's age plus 9. So that means that Emma's sister is 29 years old. Add those up together, you get the 49. We have 3 more to do, and then this solutions piece is over. We will do a solutions piece about the algebra test after, just because I think that it's important to go through it with everybody. Okay, another one that got some people. So in 1 year, Michael read 18 books. Okay, This was 4 fewer than twice the number that of the books that Jeff read. So Jeff equals twice Michael minus 4. Okay? So we're going to say that we know that 18 books is going to be our answer. So how many books did Jeff read? Well, we know that it's going to be twice the amount. Okay, so we're going to say 2J minus 4. Okay, this was 4 fewer than twice the amount that Jeff read. So this 18 was 4 fewer than twice the amount that Jeff read. Okay, so to figure out what Jeff read, we have to, again, isolate the variable, 18 minus 4, 2J. 2J equals 14. Divide both by 2. J equals 7. I want to plug this into my... Oh, that's weird. That didn't work out. 1 second, guys. 18 equals... Sorry, I didn't read my solution right. Sorry, guys. I didn't read my solution right. We have a negative 4 here. Because I looked at the answer, I got 7. I was like, no, that's not twice the amount minus 4. So I looked at this. What I did was I assumed I was going to take away. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to add on the other side. So it's going to be 18 plus 4 equals 2J. Sorry, guys. You probably were sitting there being like, oh, why did Mr. Berger get this? So 2J equals 22. Divide both by 2. Jeff read 11 books. Okay? Any other questions about that? Okay. I'm going to take a quick pause just because I have to go check on the baby, and I'll finish up the last two on the last video.